Alright, this is part one. What if Deku was, well, Master Oogway? So, the fighting style obviously is turtle style of Kung Fu. He also uses Chi, so, he used Chi. And I'm actually going to give him something special. Just watch until I get to the part. So, this is a reincarnation like Shifu did, but it's different. Instead of being born, he's going to actually be reincarnated into Deku's body. So let's get on to with the story. Sorry I haven't been posting in 2 days. Like I said, my sister's birthday. So, Deku basically, Deku spent most of his life as usual, except when he got full, he was diagnosed quirkless. His parents did give him away. Nico and Sashi gave him away, and promptly moved to America. So, with this happening, Deku did gain his hatred. He gained hate for Inko, gained hate for Hisashi, because they abandoned him. Then the kids at the orphanage started beating him, telling him he's quirkless, bullying him. He gained hate for them too. So now he just got this malice inside of him, this evil intent. Oh, what's that? There's my neighbors. Okay, so he just got this malice intent, this evil, side, because of all this that's going on about his life. But at the age of 6, sadly, Deku passes on. How? Because it was a villain attack. And when this villain attack happened, a bomb was set off and an explosion happened. And with this explosion happening, multiple people died. And Deku, this all happened while on, this was on a bus. Deku was on a bus. There was multiple other buses around. So, the bus blew up. Deku flew hundreds of meters away, but he also died due to the explosion, the crash, the giant explosion, the shockwave, I think it's called. Yeah. The shockwave, pushed Deku's body far away. Now, in the spirit realm with Master Oogway, who I just figured out is 1,000 years old, over 1,000 or something like that. So, and he moves slow because he's a turtle. It's in his species. And, but his moves are so flawless and perfect. And when it hits you, it's going to be powerful because he uses Chi infused with his attacks. So, Master Oogway sees that, just like Shifu did, he's going to get reincarnated. So he sees that this is his fate, so he just follows it. So he wakes up inside Deku's body. He can see, that this body he just woke up inside of is, has a lot of negative emotions, but it's also, sorry about that, gotta drink water. It's also pretty damaged. So he thinks about first, before he tries to actually do anything else, he should try healing his body with the Chi. But he sees that his body does not have Chi. So he thinks about the only way to get Chi, in which that is to meditate. And when she says, in his place that he was in, meditate for 2 whole days. Now, people did, try search parties to look for, the people that was on the bus. They only found the bus, and sadly, the corpses of everyone that was on side the bus. And, they labeled everyone that was there deceased, including Deku. Now, I'm going to say either Deku in this, what if, either say Deku or Oogway. Because, I just, can't say it. It's impulsive. So what Oogway does is basically For 2 whole days, he gathers chi inside his body and uses that chi to actually repair his body to basically be to where it's at perfect, condition for, basically a 6-year-old, perfect condition. Oogway sees that he's in a new world, in a new body, and he just has to accept that fact. But he, also feels this evil, feeling. So he says, for himself to grow stronger, he must conquer this evil. He must conquer this evilness. So what he does is he meditates. And like Shifu does in my, another series that I'm doing, and what if Naruto Shifu? What happens is basically he glows with golden chi. But another strange thing happens. Instead of like Shifu, he actually floats when he, meditates. And for a whole month, he is fighting Deku's evilness, his dark side, in which he actually, after this month, he conquers it. And he accepts it, brings it in, and infuses his darkness with his chi, making, what I can only say is a dark chi. See, there's golden chi and then there's black chi. That's what Master Oogway gets. He gets the yin and yang. Yes, I'm giving Master Oogway yin and yang. His chi, when he meditates, is going to be gold, but when he's using it, to push it out, it's going to actually be black and white. And he can do much more things with his chi that, my Shifu Naruto can't do, because it's different for each world. Depending on their circumstances, they're gonna see different things and they can model their chi after different things. So Oogway spends, I'm gonna say, 4 years training his body, his mind, and his chi to actually be there, up there, and his fighting style, to actually be there, up there to where the point where he is a kung fu master. But he is nowhere near to what he was in canon in the Kung Fu Panda story, because he took 1,000 years to learn everything, and he took his time. So he has to be a master. So we're gonna say that he is nowhere near that capabilities, but it's way more than anyone in this realm. So after a while, Oogway gets done. After these 4 years, he's now 10 years old. And the way he looks is he has still has the green hair, and he has the green eyes. But his body is more muscular. Well, it's slim but muscular, because he don't want to be too heavy and too muscular like he was. Well, he was heavy because he's a turtle, and he actually sees that he's pretty fast. So he tries to adapt his fighting style to be more faster, but he also, he adapts his fighting style to be more faster, but he also keeps his slow nature, taking his time. That's what he's all about. So he now has his original clothes that he has on. This is just a robe that you would probably see someone wear, from, I think it's China. Yeah, China. The monks in China, the robes that they would wear, but the yin and yang symbol on it. And just being around Master Oogway, you just feel this sense of wiseness. Even though he's a 10-year-old, he is wise. Oh yeah, before I even start these 2 series, like posting more about these 2 series, I'm actually going to finish the art deku series before I do anything else. So I just wanted to put these two out there so I can just do the other ones. So now let's get back to it. He comes back into the city. People don't remember Deku. Oogway remembers all of Deku's memories, so he could just say his name is Izuku Midoriya. Well, Izuku. He don't got a last name right now. But he's gonna call himself Oogway. I can't really say that right with over the phone. It just sounds weird. Oogway. Yeah, Oogway. Oogwaw. Oogway. So Oogway, basically, he goes back to the city, like I said, and he's just observing everything. He's seeing this new world, this advanced world. He's seen these people that they call heroes, with their things that they call quirks. And he's seeing humans for the first time. Well, he did see them in Deku's memories, basically. So, he observes, this for at least, I'm going to say 5 months. He's still 10. But, actually, no, he's 11. His birthday passed. So, during this time, he actually came up with new concepts for his chi. Looking at these, people and their quirks, he actually came up with new abilities to use with his ki, basing them off the techniques that they use. And what such thing is airwalking. How he found out airwalking. Well, this is how I say it did. It was a person who had a flight quirk, and they joined the circus, and basically what they did is they made it look like he was walking on air. So Oogway thought about the possibilities of doing something. He thought about what if he materialized chi under his feet and he tried walking on over it. So doing this, he learned how to walk on air. But also doing this, he can also walk on water. He saw multiple other people with their quirks. He learned how to put a chi outside of his body and do something like Poe did and materialize like a dragon or something like that. And he can make anything. So, with this happening, people don't see it because, he practices in the mountain. But, he based himself on the highest mountain and the highest peak. And, he started, training to get back to where he was. And he sees that this world has heroes, so he thinks about becoming a hero. But he's going to actually have to wait and train for that. Now, Oogway gets all the knowledge of this world. When I say all the knowledge, I mean all of it. He knows all the science, all the math, everything. The history. Trains. They don't never come unless you're trying to do something important. So, yeah, but on top of this mountain, some people actually see him. And he noticed them. As he says, "Oh, hello there." I don't know why I just said that. Says, "Hello there." As he said, "Kid, why are you here by yourself?" As Oogway says, "Well, I was always alone, so I thought it didn't matter." As he say, "No, kid, you need, parental, I can't say it. You need parent supervision." And he says, "Well, I don't have parents." I say, "Really? No. Are you lying?" As Oogway says, "There are no. Well, I speak no lies." only words I speak are the truth. And which really, well, I think that's true. They could be false. But he isn't telling any lies. And he asked them some questions. Well, they asked him some questions. He answers them to the best of his ability. They asked, what his quirk is. He says he don't have a quirk. They asked where he lives. He says he lives here on this mountain. They asked him what his parents' names were, and he says the names were Inko Midoriya, and Hisashi Midoriya. They asked, do he know what happened to him? And he says, yeah. They asked what happened. He says they abandoned him. They say, okay, just stay here for the time being. We'll be back. So, they leave down the mountain. They actually go tell heroes and police of this boy who is staying on top of the mountain. They give his description. Why is my charger? Oh yeah, it was charging. They give his description. They say that his parents abandoned him, and they didn't really ask for a name. They just asked some questions. They tell him which mountain, and they tell him how much they have to hike, which they just said they'll take a helicopter. So after a while, a helicopter gets there, and a bunch of heroes up out and says, "Kid, what's your name?" As he says, "Do you want my real name or the name I go by?" As I say, "Give us your real name." As he says, "My real name is Izuku Midoriya." They say, "Okay, now give us the name you go by." "I go by Oogway." They say, "Okay." They then say, "Kid, why are you here?" "Oh yeah, I've been wanting to do this. I want to actually do what if Naruto was an assassin." But the thing is, I can't really do it yet because I see now that in certain assassin games, the eagle eye is dependent on area of the world you are in. Because I see that natural eagle eye sometimes is regular Assassin's Creed, and I see that in Assassin's Creed Valhalla, the eagle eye is called Odin's eye. So I'm trying to think if that is what that's called, then what it would be for Japan if they even had assassins. But I started thinking about other places, and their equivalent of the eagle eye. Then I went to what would Greek be? Would it be Odin? No, Odin's Zeus. Yeah, would it be Zeus's eye? What would it be? I can't remember what Assassin's Creed Origins is, or whatever it's called. The one that's based in Egypt. I think it is just called Eagle Eye, or it might be called Horus's Eye. Yeah, Horus's. The god Horus, the bird god. But I don't know. I'm just gonna wait until I can, see. Then I'll do that. So next, Oogway a bunch of questions. Then they slip up and say the wrong thing, and they say, "No, that was a mistake." And he says one of my favorite lines: "There are no mistakes." But I soon figured out that line was a lie, because there are plenty of mistakes. Why do you think children are made? So, that basically happened. So they bring Deku down the mountain. They say this is the kid. That's what his quirk is. He says, like he told other people, he's quirkless. He said he's down on the mountain. His parents abandoned him. He know who they are, and he know where they are. Because they did say they're going to America, but not specifically where they went. They asked him if he wants to see his parents. He says no. If it is fate that I shall be to, if it is fate that they shall, abandon me, then I shall, basically be abandoned. But if it is fate that we meet again, then I shall meet them. But it does not seem that it is fate for us to meet. Well, at this time being, as I say, whatever, kid. As they can see, this 11-year-old kid just talks so fluently. He talks like an old man, like a wise old man. So they think about bringing him into the orphanage, in which, in the orphanage, they enroll him into a school. Now, right away, when he gets to a school, people do try to bully him because he is quirkless and such. But, he don't ever fight back because he, don't start with violence all the time. No, he mostly just dodge. So what he's doing is he's dodging everyone's punches, but he's dodging to the point where it looks like he's barely dodging. Well, he is barely dodging, and such, they not even touching him. And even people behind him, he's dodging their hits. In which this is making, the people that's bullying him very angry. And no, this is not the same school as Bakugo. So this all happens, during the school years. And at the school, they can see that he's way past his grade level. He's way smarter than anyone that should be there. This is people, he's 11. I don't remember which grade 11 is. Let me see. Yeah, 6th grade, he is in 6th grade. Well, the equivalent of 6th grade in Japan. American style 6th grade, but in Japan. So, Deku is on a level of someone that is in the history books. Like, someone that's very smart. Just know that he is smarter than Nezu. I want to say that out the bat. I don't care what nobody say. Just my what if. And and they see that Deku never fights back, but they don't know how strong he really is. Cause he don't show off. When it comes to the strengthening, PE, he don't show off. He just does what he needs to look normal. He looks normal. He don't show off his powers. He don't show off anything. He's not a show off. But he does stick up to bullies. When anyone's trying to bully someone, he always well, he basically talks them down from doing it. They don't know why. They just have to listen. It's like his words. His words just hold some type of power. And this is actually him using chi. This is an ability I wanted to give him. This is what he does when he infuses his, words with chi. And what they do is they basically influence the mind to basically stop doing what, something he wants to do. If he tells you to stop, you will stop. If he tells you to move, you will move. All of this he's doing with his chi. I'm going to get pretty bored. I might just start playing the game soon. So I might, end this quickly. So yes, Deku goes over the years. 14 now, get ready to go to UA. Now, the heroes still remember Deku. And I'm going to say the heroes that were there that day were All Might. Not All Might. I'm going to say All Might. Endeavor. Aizawa. Midnight. President Mike. And Sarnai. Those were the only ones that were there. Well, and a couple of unknown heroes. They were all there. But the y'all remember Deku? They don't know his powers. The only person who do know that Deku has some kind of powers, I'm gonna say this is, because Deku did tell him, yes, him, and that was Aizawa. Deku told Aizawa because he can see that Aizawa is nothing but skills. He told Aizawa he has something called chi. And he explains that, with a demonstration making, golden, well not golden, white chi, which is basically pure chi, showing them that this is pure chi, and with his left hand he says this is dark chi. And he says he puts together, then he has yin and yang. He says that he has the darkness within the light and the light within the darkness. So, that's his power. It's called chi, and he can do a lot of things with it. He then says he knows how to fight too, in which he has a fighting style in which he calls the turtle style, which is slow moving movements but powerful strikes. Powerful but efficient strikes. I love when they say okay, and then they move on, and this is actually where I'm gonna leave this one off. And I'm actually gonna put this one on hiatus, and I'm actually gonna put the Shifu deck on hiatus until I finish the art deck like I said. So thanks for watching. Peace out. See you guys in the next one.